and blessings, everyone. Welcome to the Humble Servant Homestead, guys. Today I am back outside in the garden. It's almost as if I live in the garden because like I said, if you're ever looking for Mike or Mr. Humble, this is where I'm at, guys, in the garden. So today I am in the garden, just doing a little bit of garden cleaning, okay? Like I said, spring is in the air, guys, and so a lot of the weeds, and that is what we are here to talk about right now at this moment, is weeds, guys. Now, every season have their different weeds that they carry, okay? And so right now in the springtime, while the weather is just right for a lot of seeds to start germinating, there is different varieties of weeds that is growing up here inside of the garden. Now, if y'all can see on top of these beds right here, where we came on in the fall, and we came on in and put goat manure and also some grass on top of these beds to overwinter them, guys. And as y'all can see, there is very little weed that is growing up on the top. Now, inside of the rows where we have not much manure or covering, you can see a lot of that weed is coming up out of the ground. And so we are here to take care of them today. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about why I'm doing the weeds and taking care of them now. Simple reason why, okay? A lot of these weeds here, if y'all can see, they are starting to go to seed, guys, all right? Now, if you don't want to have to deal with these weeds same time next year, you want to go ahead and get them before they drop their seeds, okay? Because what's going to happen is they're going to drop their seeds and you will be dealing with these same weeds same time next year. So what I want y'all to go ahead and do, or if you prefer, it's up to you. If you want to control the weed inside of your garden, it's not really planting time right now. You can either come on out and come with your hoe, chop the weeds out of the garden, or you can simply go ahead and throw a tarp on top of the weeds, guys, so you can suppress them and burn them out. You can get your silage tarp or whatnot like that and put on top of these weeds to suppress them, guys, okay? Now, like I said, it is important to control the weeds now so you don't have to deal with them next year. Now, in the springtime, you will notice that I don't really have a lot of weed pressure here in the garden. Simple reason why, guys, is because in the springtime, I get rid of all my weeds inside of the garden. I pull every last bit of weeds up. Now, one of the things that I want you to pay attention to right here, right now, if you notice how green and lush these weeds are, do you know why these weeds are so green and lush? It's because the ground is rich. There is a lot of nutrients inside of these grounds, and so I want to get rid of the weeds because I don't want the weeds to rob the ground of my nutrients, because yes, guys, that can happen. And that is why it's important to weed your garden when you have your food planted in there, because it will steal nutrients, okay? We can't eat weeds. Now, there is some weeds in the garden here that we can eat, all right? So we're gonna talk a little bit about the weeds that we can eat. Right here we have a whole bunch of chickweeds, guys, okay? Now, you can eat chickweeds if you prefer. Now, this is more so of a survival food that we will eat. If it comes down to it, you can eat some chickweeds, guys. But what I usually do in the morning, whenever I come on out and I come to clean the rows, what I will do, I will pull this chickweeds right here and feed them to my chickens. They absolutely love them, okay? So if you have them in your garden and you have chicken, just give them back to the chickens, let them eat it, and therefore you'll be able to use that manure back inside of your garden, okay? Now, another reason why I also using the hoe right now at this time to get these weeds out of the garden. Now, usually, if you remember last year, I let this weed go ahead and grow. I did not mess with these weeds. I let them grow until it was time for me to come on in and cultivate the ground. But guys, I don't want these weeds to to come back again another year. So that's why I'm in here cutting them out. And also, I'm using the hoe to get them out. Simple reason why, because we just had some rain the other day and I cannot come on in and cultivate my ground right now because it is so saturated, it's so wet. And so what happened, you will gum the tiller up with all that wet dirt. So I'm using the hoe now. It is a little bit more work to come on in and get rid of them. But once you get rid of the weeds, guys, you don't really have to worry about weeds so much all the time. You don't, because you already get those seeds that are already germinated in the dirt, which you would call that the seed bank, okay? Because what happened, once the seed drop, it stays in the ground, and that is the seed bank. So next year comes around, the seeds will emerge out the ground again, okay? And so guys, that is pretty much it. Like I said, I want y'all to go ahead, get outside and get those weeds out of your garden, because I know that is one of the things that stress people the most in the garden is weed. And if you can get them under control now, you don't have to really worry about them in the future. All right, guys. So that is pretty much it. Y'all just stay tuned with me and stay tuned, okay? We have a lot of things that we have to do here in the garden, and I want to take you all along with me on that journey, guys. And so I just want to say thanks to each and every one of you all out there for stopping by the Humble Servant Homestead. And as always, peace and blessings to each and every one of you all out there, guys. Remember, keep a smile on your face, be happy, be strong, be blessed, and just stay prayed up as well, guys. Want you all to have a blessed day.